I took out a $5,000 loan. And for the first time in my life, I went all in on me, on something I wanted, not something that someone else told me. I mean, how much money do we spend on college if we don't want to go to college? We spend money on things we don't want to do because other people told us, or it's in the culture, go to college, get a job, get married, do this. Like all these things are cultural things, right? But I decided to step outside that culture. And I was like, no, I can create my own world. Like there's no job description out there that fits what I want to do. So I'm going to create it, and I'm going to create this universe, and people are going to play with me in this universe because I'm going to help them make their dreams come true as well. And I remember within the first week of like taking that first action, because I think a fatal mistake that we have is when we get the awareness about something, but then we don't take physical action after it. We just have the awareness, and then we shrink back down to mediocrity, and we allow other people to talk us out of going for our dreams. But people who try to talk you out of going for your dreams, that's only because they've talked themselves out of going for their dreams. And so this, like, allow this to really spark those dreams that you have inside of you while I'm talking. Let this be a reflection in your own life. Where do I have dreams that I'm not following? What dreams have I shelved that I can go for again? Like really allow that to start sinking in and resonating with you. And so within a week of going to this, I quit smoking. I quit my job. My husband of 10 years left me. And this is all within like a week of that moment of grace. But when you tap in to this energy, there's nothing that can stop you. Nothing. Like no force on earth can stop it, because it's like not even you, it's God, it's love. It's like you're just you become unstoppable, unshakable, impenetrable. You like just become this person who has these visions, these goals, these dreams. And I remember I was at this Tony Robbins event. This is my first event, and I was standing around 8,000 people, and I didn't know how, but I had went all in, and I knew I needed to find a way to get to Tony or Joseph. I knew this was my destiny. And I remember it was like I was listening to all the signs of the universe. The universe said, grab a piece of paper, write down on it, ready, set, mentor me, crumpled it up. And I was like, I'm going to charge the stage. And I remember there was big security guards, and it was funny. I wanted to charge Tony, but he had 7 bodyguards, and I didn't think I could take 7, but I knew that I could take 3. Joseph only had 3, and I was pretty confident that I could take 3. And so I charged the stage with everything I have in me, and I just run up to the stage, and I'm like, Joseph, take it, take it, take it, take it. And he ends up taking it. And at that point, it didn't even matter if he called me. Like I did it. Like I faced that fear. Like I listened to my soul. It was like something has started. And then he ended up calling me, and he said, I'm going to mentor you on one condition. And I was like, anything, what's that? And he's like, you have to bring people, when you get to the top, you have to bring people back up with you to the top. And I was like, I'll do you one better. I was like, I'll keep my elevator doors open, and I'll rise people with me as I'm going up. And he's like, that was the right answer. Beautiful. And like, we started being my mentor, and having a mentor like Joseph McClendon changes your life. I mean, anything becomes possible with that type of abundance, with that type of love, with that type of massive action. I mean, he speaks to millions of people all over the world. And so I realized that I wanted to share Joseph with everyone else. And so that's why I asked Joseph to be in my inner circle and to mentor my clients. And now my clients, I'm holding a call with Joseph in 2 hours for my inner circle members, where they get to privately speak with Joseph McClendon, like one-on-one. It's extraordinary. I mean, Joseph's normally hundreds of thousands of dollars, but in my inner circle, you don't have to pay that. It's just extraordinary. And I'm sharing all this so everyone can understand just how possible it is to make your dreams come true, to really do what you love and be happy. And this isn't to say that I don't have bad days. I do have bad days. Like some people say, how are you so happy people say, how are you so happy all the time? I was like, I'm not happy all the time. I cry. I go through that rainbow of emotions, and I get to choose the thoughts that I think. Everybody gets to choose the thoughts that they think, and we can always choose a better feeling thought. We can always take and pivot and move that train in a different direction.
I said, happiness is a choice, and it's, responsible for our own happiness, because wherever we can focus on the good, focus on the bad, focus on our failures, or we can focus on our successes. As the big guy Tony always says, what's bad in the world, what's bad in our lives is always there. But so's good. Where do you want to focus? Do you want to focus on the fact that that damn rose bush has all those damn thorns and that rose bush sucks? Or do you want to focus on the beautiful flower that it gives us? Right? So wherever you want to focus on. So happiness really is an inside job. And I love the way that you do it and that you put it, because you describe it so well. And going for it. So Carolyn's on here. One of the reasons that I love her and her story is because she just went for it. So many don't go for what it is that we want. We don't ask, like I said before, we don't ask for what we want. We say, well, it'd be nice to have this. Well, you've got to take action. Oh, I'd love to hit the lottery. When's the last time you bought a ticket? Not that I'm a proponent of the lottery, but the point is you've got to take action. And the action step that you took to say, I'm just going to go for it. I mean, very courageous of you taking on the security detail, but hey, but you did it. But it's the action, that massive action, that's really going to get us to where we want to go. So that's awesome. That's
absolutely
on here, because she had fallen, she was down, she took action to get back up again. She took action to grow. And I love the line of that Joseph asked you to do, and you I said, I'm going to keep the elevator door open. It ties into what I said before. It's, I think that it's our responsibility when we learn and we're able to grow through our own fears, our failures, if we can help. It's our responsibility. I almost say it's my social responsibility to help the next person. And that's really what kind of lights me up as well. That's why I do the Facebook Lives, and we're here today, doing a Facebook Live and recording the podcast. So that's fantastic. That's fantastic. So from that point now, and what did you start doing? And were you an instant success right away, or did you say, oh my God,
no,
he called me, now all of a sudden I'm taking over the world. This is awesome.
Yeah, no, actually it was the feeling that you get when you take action. I became addicted to that rush, that, like when you take a big risk or you invest like money in something and you're like, oh God, is this going to work? Am I going to get my money back? Like that was a huge, $5,000 was a huge investment for me at that time, like huge. And I didn't know how I was going to make my money back. And I remember, I almost lost my house within 3 months of quitting my job. Like things got really bad. I just could not figure out like why it wasn't working. And then I just started to reverse engineer everything. And here's where I want to talk about you offering your services. Like we have to offer things to others or they don't know, right? So throughout the course of 3 years, I wrote a book that became a bestseller. I held amazing events, but I also held events. One event, I lost $30,000. That was my first event. I had Tony Robbins' son, Jarek Robbins, come out and speak, and he was amazing. Like he was extraordinary. And I didn't know how to promote an event at the time. I only got 150 people there. I didn't know anything, and I lost 30K, but it was the best 30K I ever spent because of the lesson I learned. And then I started to put myself out there online, and I actually put out, over the course of 2 years, I put out 18 online courses, and only 4 of them were successful. So that means the 14 courses that I put out, no one bought. I put out courses and no one bought. They were like, nope, we don't want that. But 4 of them were wildly successful. So why am I sharing this? Well, Walt Disney went to, 302 banks before he got a yes. 302 banks told him no, 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 no. But he didn't stop. He kept going for it. And that's what I did. I didn't stop. Even though people said no, 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 I crafted and went for those yeses. Yes. Okay, this failed. Okay, but this worked. Let me move more towards that. And then I started to reverse engineer my courses and everything. Because there was one time that I made this course and I spent like 80 hours on it and no one bought it. And I was like, I'm not going to think like that anymore. I'm just going to create the offer. And then if anyone buys it, then I'll create the program. And it was amazing because then I only had to spend like an hour creating the offer for people. And then if they liked it, we could move together and create it together. It was like a co-creation. It was amazing. So I have this formula that I use now and it works every time. And it's amazing. Like I just, like when you find that formula that works, it's like, yes, because so many of us try to reinvent the wheel. We don't have mentors. We don't reach out to people who have what we want. We don't have peer groups. And then we're wondering why we go to all these events, but nothing changes.
Right. And you know
You
what?
need the in between. You need the in between.
Yeah. But you know what? Just to pause you there for a second, because I
Yeah.
want our listeners and the people watching to understand that while you're talking about courses and you're talking about internet courses, what you're talking about, the principles you're talking about, apply to everything. You know, you
Oh my God,
out there.
everything.
Yeah, you've got to get out there and put yourself out there. What is it?
Any business you're in.
Whatever business
Any
you're in,
business.
make
Yeah.
the offer. Go out, look for the business, ask for it, trial and error. It's
Yeah.
okay to fail. Failure is an absolute essential part of success. Had Carolyn
Absolutely.
had some mediocre successes in the first place, she may not have made the shift that she needed to make to go forward. So remember that
I
it's
wouldn't have.
okay to take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, because you're still 1 step ahead. Just keep
Yeah.
moving forward is the idea. So put yourself out there, ask for what you want, ask for the business, create.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of putting out whatever product, putting out whatever idea that you have, because maybe the idea that you have is what people really want to know, but because of your fear of what other people feel, what other people are going to say and believe, and what are they going to think, you don't do it. So you
Right.
your own greatness. So, you know, there's that glimmer of light. We all have a little bit of light, and we all have, and some of us have a lot more. We actually have a lot of light, but sometimes when we just share a little bit of our light, people are like, put that shit out, you know, because,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes our light hurts people's eyes that want to stay in the dark. So, and sometimes that's just an idea. Sometimes that's a thought. Sometimes that's an action, but just be bold, right? Be bold.
Yeah.
Go after what you want. If you believe in something, if you believe in an idea, a thought, a theory, whatever it is, just go for it. Not really caring, you know, to a certain extent, we all have to care about what other people think, but not too much, you know, because remember what Carolyn said in the beginning, when somebody tries to stop you, sometimes it's their own fears and their own failures, their own limiting beliefs that say, well, you know, I didn't do it. There's no way she's going to be able to do it. So they try to stop.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing.
Yeah,
it's a cultural thing.
Cultural.
People, yeah, you have to see it before anyone else is going to see it. I had to see my dreams coming true a million times before other people did. Day and night, I would visualize it. I would see it. I would absolutely see the people in front of me jumping up and down, celebrating their life. And it really is like when you can step outside, like the most important thing, if I could leave you, I mean, get a coach and a mentor. There is no way that I would have been able to do what I'm doing right now if I didn't have a coach and a team, a mentor. Like, you can't make your dreams come true without a team. It's impossible. You can't do it. And that's the thing. People try to do this alone. They think that they have to do it alone. You don't have to do this alone. There are coaches and mentors and peer groups. I know several of my rock stars, Brenda Allen, Trisha, if you're in the inner circle, post below, because I know a ton of you that are watching right now are in the inner circle. It's an extraordinary group, and it pushes you and it stretches you way outside your comfort zone, and that's when the magic happens. Are you uncomfortable right now? No. Get uncomfortable. You're going to grow. You know, if you're comfortable, you're not growing.
Yeah, and get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. You have to be comfortable with that.
I say it all the time. Comfort zone is great. It's great, but nothing freaking grows there.
Yeah.
You've got to get uncomfortable. And there's no growth without discomfort. There's no growth without a certain level of pain. You know, you've got to be okay with being uncomfortable, being okay with growing, being okay with dealing with a little bit of pain, a little bit of rejection, a little bit of people, of jealousy. Listen, jealousy, you know what jealousy is? You know what the haters are? That's a success tax that we pay for the small successes we have. And sometimes we feel that and we get that and we, you know, say, okay, you know what? I don't want that. I don't want to have that rejection. I don't want to have people. So then you stunt your own growth. But just remember that all of that is a success tax of your being able to grow. That's where you have haters. And I say it all the time. If you don't have any haters out there, you're not trying hard enough. You just gotta keep going for it.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. It's definitely something where, you have to create your reality. If you're not creating your reality, you're just being an observer of life. An observer is fine, but you're not. Your reality is being. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're not creating your reality is being created by somebody else. If you're not chasing your dream, you're chasing somebody else's dreams.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
So,
you're basically living in someone else's world. So the great thing is you get to take responsibility in your life, and you get to say, okay, I have the ability right now to respond to every situation in my life as if I was Source, Rockstar. Brenda Allen says, inner circle rocks our tribe, our village, our supporters, mentors, leaders, friends, visionaries. Yeah. Like there's a ton of people watching right now that are actually already in the inner circle.